him and I'm at it again. The crystal air calling my name. Down a gravel road, box full of fur, and a mystery in the next steel burr. Catching the first made me a believer. A whole lot of coons, yotes, and beaver.
What a day, guys. What a season. Well, off to a slower start on day 2 of this big push. Well, it stayed warm last night. We were 38 degrees this morning when I got up. Never even got close to freezing really, but this is number 5 for the day on our first section. So our section breakdown, we went 24 on the first one, 23, 23, and 6. So kind of hoping to keep somewhat pace with that, although it's not looking like it, but we'll see what we end up with. Maybe add a little bit more to this line. I got another piece I could add, but it's kind of my work stuff that I plan to do when next week when I go to work again. I'm going to run it in the morning, so we'll see. A lot of strategies and a lot of different opportunities and tactics here, but happy to throw a nice number 5 in the truck. 6 actually, this is 6. Well, here we got number 10 for the day. You can imagine what we're sitting on. We got corn here, culvert, draw with some big trees. So I kind of always like setting this spot. We're about 200 yards from the local Humane Society, so kind of under the radar in here, but yeah, nice big bore for number 10. Like I said, definitely a slower day, but that can turn in a hurry. Well, here's a new one for me. Dispatched this raccoon, so I thought, pulled him out of the trap, and he took off running into this culvert. It's about 2 foot tall. At least he dispatched himself, or got dispatched. By the way, I'm claustrophobic, so this is not okay. There's gonna be a quail in here. That's cool. Not sure if you could hear him. But yeah, covey of quail in here. Awesome. Well, I've got number 14 down here. I gave him just enough rope that he could hide over the edge, but not really hang himself over the edge. So nice trail. This one's a sucker to get up and down though. This one sucks. We've actually gotten into a pretty good little stretch here. This makes 16. We're still on the first section. We got probably 8 more stops, something like that, so not bad. Size is a lot better. I like that. We started off a couple wet nasty ones, but now I got some dry fluffy ones. But cedar tree once again, cedar tree and corn. That pole would have been a good spot to look to. We got another one right up here on top of the hill at that fence line, so condensed areas, that's what I'm looking for. And number 17. Man, I'm kind of disappointed here. I saw from a distance a black tail fluff, and I thought we had a skunk, but hopefully get one day. I don't like those skunkless days, but it's a good trail. I normally sit on the other side, but this year the trail on this side just worked awesome, so a little easier to get to also. And I always try to set the higher side if I can. Just kind of, you know, just easier walking. Like if we have a culvert here, you know, it's only probably about 10-12 foot down right here, but if you go to the other side, it's going to be 20 plus. So always try to go to the high side, just make it easier on myself if it works. Well, good start to section 2. Boy, he's an old boy. He's been through war. First stop on section 2. This is that where it's going to beans. I filmed yesterday. Said we'll pick up a few. Kind of impressed to see 2 in a row here, so I'll take them. This is interesting. We got coon, they got in 2 dog proofs. We just skunk on the other side. It's like the only spot I have 3 traps, but At least we are not going skunkless. Some of these spots I set are not exactly the best to get down. Full of thorn bushes and multiple rows and everything else, but you got to go where the raccoons are, and they're coming through these tubes. So number 4 on this second section. So not great, but our size is good. Our size I'm really happy with so far. So let's hope it picks up a little bit, but good day so far. Great spot. Had a coon here yesterday, but possums are really running last night. I think that's our 8th or 9th possum. We only had 2 all day yesterday with 76 raccoons. So hard to catch raccoons when the trap's getting plugged up with possums, but you know what? A lot of people don't like possums. I'll take them all day long. They still got good value for me, so I'd rather have possum than an empty trap by far. Well, section 2 has been pretty slow for us. This is number 8, kind of a small dark guy. But you can see where he's coming from. We got a fence line right across here with a bunch of cedar trees on it also. So wasn't even a major trail really, just a decent enough trail. When I was pre-staking I set it. One of the bad things about my rat trip and pre-staking, things have changed a lot since then. These trails are always changing, and some come in really well and some completely dissolve. So it's kind of tough to judge. That's why I always wait to pre-stake or really even scout until as late as I possibly can. Because if you go out mid-September and start scouting, things will change almost 180 from what they were. You know, these traps have been in the ground now since mid-October, so been in the ground almost 2 months now, and a lot of stuff's changed, but we're still picking them up. I know where most of these trails are going to be at just from year after year doing this, but some of this new ground, it can be kind of a challenge. You know, what's going to come in really well and what's going to dissolve, and that just takes experience on the ground. Well, we're here yesterday, had a nice double. Today we got a coon possum double. But this makes number 11 on this section. We had 23 yesterday, so still got a little bit to go, but man, it really died off on this one. And that's something to kind of weigh my options. This is probably the most miles is on this section too, so we'll figure it out. Might pull this tomorrow and try to find something better for a couple days, but we'll just have to wait and see how things turn out. But 4 opportunities to catch fur, and we got all 4. How you doing? What's going on? Yep, nope, I got her trapped. Yeah. Kid was gonna shoot my raccoon in the ditch. Yeah, he thought it was injured, so he says. He was gonna take it. No good thieves. Well, we're about wrapping up our second section. I think this is number 14. I don't know, I lost my train of thought when I had that kid trying to steal one. I should have played that differently. I should have just drove right on past and see if he shot it and carried it out. Just turned around and got him on camera doing that instead of stopping before that. Definitely should have played that differently. He said, oh, I thought I was just wounded. I was gonna put up his misery. Yeah, I might have been born at night, but wasn't last night. I messed up, should have just drove on by, but I'm not gonna lie, if I would have seen him take the coon out of the trap and throw it in his truck, I'm not so sure I would have kept my cool that I normally have when I deal with theft and stuff. But anyway, I think this is 14 on this piece, nice big one, and get him in the truck. Well, we got our first coon of section 3. I can see the nice perfect tunnel through here. Nice 220 catch, just how I wanted him. He didn't quite flop as far as I'd like him to, but we'll be able to get this reset, I think, no problem. But first coon of section 3. Well, I got out, and I know that smell. Pretty one. Didn't really really doing good on 220s and skunks this year. I've been doing good on skunks, period, but you can just see this trail going down through here. Hits the water. You can actually see the trail going up through here, actually up to the corn right there. I don't know if that shows up on camera, but skunk number 2 on the day. Well, we finally made a catch on this one. We're on that, this third section's one where we set for 1 day, snapped it off, and now we're coming back through. So technically this is the 3rd check on this line and our first raccoon. And this trail is just, I mean, I normally pull 6 to 8 off this every year. So it's just kind of odd that we've been 3 checks to finally catch one. Just odd, but happy to pick him up. That's number 3 of this section, so we'll get him in the truck, keep moving. So one of the problems I'm having today is a lot of these dog proofs are tipped over. I'll bet I've replanted probably 30 of them now at least. And I was kind of getting frustrated trying to figure out why. Well, I think I got a theory behind it. So the ground was froze yesterday. It's warming up a lot yesterday, warmed up a lot today. The ground's thawed now. But I think early yesterday I couldn't get them all the way down into the ground because it was frozen. And I didn't want to force them in the ground in case it stayed frozen, because the raccoons got to be able to get these pulled out to swivel. And I think what it did, it warmed up enough that it was just barely in there, so as soon as a coon touched it, it fell over. Versus now the ground's thawed, I can jam those suckers down in there. But kind of a theory on that. I've never dealt with that type of stuff before. But hopefully it's better now. We're getting these things jammed in there, and hopefully have a better day tomorrow on that. We also got a possum at 220. Sorry it's getting windy, guys. We started off really strong. This is coon 6 and 7 on piece 3. So we had 23 on it yesterday. Hoping we can match that. We just got to get into them again. But started off really good. Kind of died off, but you can see kind of a pond down here. There's a big run of timber down along there. And it's all beans, and we got all corn on the other side here. This is just a phenomenal spot for me. The whole road. This is Slaughter Road. I mean, we got 2 more stops before the crest of this hill. It is 33 stops in 2 miles. So hopefully it lives up to its name and we do really good on this. Well, raccoon number 10. This is the spot literally right up here at this field entrance. We had a triple yesterday, so nice big coon here though. This is still Slaughter Road. This is a really good piece for me. It always is. So that one got cleaned out down here, it looks like, but get him taken care of and get out of here, because this whole section is just corn on one side and timber on the other. Even back behind us, we had to stop at the pine trees and stop at the 2 poles above it. Just phenomenal road. I love this road every other year. We were just at that white pole you can see there. That's where we had the triple yesterday, and we've got a beaut of a skunk. Lots of white, belly white, back white. We're going to take care of him, get a better picture here for you in a little bit. That one's beautiful. That one's going to pay the gas bill today. That one's pretty. Little patch on his legs, shoulder blades. Get him in the light here so you can see him. That's a pretty one. Definitely worth the trip today. I told you I like condensed areas. White pole on the left, coon. The field entrance right there on the left, skunk. Right here, another raccoon. And I think our next stop is literally right here at that tree next to the... We'll just check this while we're here. I caught one yesterday, but you can see the catch circle down there. Nothing in that one today, but this is how I like to keep them, close and congested. This is how I'm going to maximize my catch right here, stuff like this. I'm going to call that a good day. My shadow's in the way for most of it, but skunk number 4 for the day. You got through that a little farther than I like, but not a bad one. Not the prettiest or best, but it's a good one. Well, we're wrapping up our 3rd section here. Not doing bad. You know, we're not hitting it out of the park, but we're doing all right. 4 skunks really helps out today too, but I kind of lost track of our numbers. But we got this last section to go, and we set about 20 fresh locations on it yesterday, so we'll see what we end up with. I'm going to call that a perfect start to section 4. Cannot beat that. One real nice one. Then a fair one. So 2 traps, 2 raccoons on section 4. Hope that keeps up. One of my bread and butter spots. And we got another one right up here by that telephone pole, and then one up there by that cedar tree on the left. So hopefully those are full too. Heck, this could be a really good piece. We did set a lot of fresh stuff on it yesterday. Probably about 30 more locations, I think, give or take. So we'll see what we come up with. Well, here's that cedar tree. And we had one at that telephone pole down there too. So we got 5 coon off of 4 sections after section 4 out of 6 possible traps. Yesterday we only had 6 coon on the whole section. So hopefully it stays like this. Hopefully they move well in this piece, but it's looking good so far. Man, what a good day. A skunk and another raccoon. Oh, I can't ask for much better. Problem is getting that skunk taken care of for the raccoon. So anyway, this is awesome. This last piece has just been killing it. Hope it stays going. This section 4 is really panning out. This is number 8 on section 4 out of 12 stops. Yesterday we ran almost 35 or 40 stops for 6. So doing awesome. Plus we got the added stuff that we added on the end of this. Should be great. Man, you can see that trail going through this pasture up to corn, but looking good. Now this spot I always have to drive a little bit past because we're right on the apex of a hill here, so I always have to drive up about 20 yards, but tell you what, this makes number 7. Number 7 on the day. Another pretty one. Nothing else. You know, these skunks are gonna make me some money today. That's one of my main things. I love skunks. You know, there's a lot of value in skunks if you know what you're doing. So one of these suckers pays my gas bill pretty much every day. So having 6 of them is gonna be awesome. I'm not even sure what number this one is. 14 or 15 off this last piece. It has just been dynamite right now, and we ain't even got to the stuff we set yesterday. So pretty happy about it, but we're gonna get him taken care of and get moving. It's that time. It's starting to get, you know, not dark, but I want to get home, get unloaded, and get everything taken care of before it gets dark. So, well, my 220 stabilizer should have been right there, and it is gone because we got a big old coon down here in the bottom, just like he was supposed to. Good deal. One of my favorite locations. We got us a double. Just a beautiful view of that creek down there. This high bank trail, I've wanted to 220 this for years, but too close to a house, and they do have dogs anyway. Even if I was too close, or even if I was 200 yards, they got dogs that roam. So, but nice double here. Get them taken care of and get down the road. Well, the day is definitely wrapping up. Got a nice big guy underneath this cedar tree. And I'll tell you what, it might not have absolutely killed it today, but our size is good and we're doing well. I'm very happy with it. You know, definitely not 100, but we might be pushing that 70 mark again. Boy, this is a dark guy, so guess what he's underneath? Like clockwork. Well, I definitely surprised myself. I didn't see this coming, but we came home with another 70. Some of that was that fresh stuff that we set yesterday, but yeah, I'm happy with it, and the size is massive. We've got a few smaller ones here and there, a couple dinksters, but overall really good size. Now I've noticed a few are starting to get the rubs on the back of the neck a little bit, but other than that, really good day. So that puts us at 772. Whew. A couple more days to really get after it, but definitely won't hit 1,000, but we'll see where we get.